We are back and Erin's back.
I am back. It's
Thank God.
been a long time, but we are reunited. Finally, it's been way too long.
So we thought we would do a video of kind of like what it was like just for our relationship while Erin was gone and what it's like now. And
we're only 3 days into being back together, so we're still adjusting, but
it's going really good.
It is going good. It's like, you know, a lot of people hate on quarantine. I haven't really had the full quarantine experience until I feel like I got back. And I like quarantine. I do.
Oh yeah, it's nice and we're making the house nice and cozy and having fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
A lot of people have asked us questions about how it was being away from each other or kind of our experiences, and there's a lot of layers to that question, but I will answer that first. So being away and in New York City was a lot different than I expected. So I kind of thought my biggest hurdles were gonna be just seeing all of the things that I saw and kind of just being just sad and things like that. And I really found a couple weeks into it that although everything that I was seeing there was very eye-opening, very sad, very like kind of emotionally overwhelming, I was dealing with so much other things that everybody else is dealing with at home, like being, you know, locked down in a home, and combined with being in a new city, combined with learning a new city, combined with that quarantine depression,
God.
Combined with being completely isolated and completely alone, combined with starting a new job, and combined with seeing a lot of crap. I mean, a lot of sad stuff. So it was very overwhelming. I'm not going to get into detail about that kind of stuff, but it made it, we had a really hard time communicating because for at least for the first couple of weeks, because I was on night shift all of a sudden. So she would be awake when I was sleeping and vice versa.
That was one of the toughest things.
Yeah. We
Not
had
getting
to
to talk
adjust.
to you all day. Sometimes I would sleep too late and miss her phone call because it was early in the morning.
That's right. She would miss my phone call because I would get home at so I was in New York time. So whenever it was 9 a.m. for me, it was 8 a.m. for her. So I would come home and wait till 10 to talk to her, but sometimes she would still be sleeping and not hear my phone call. That was hard. What about you? What was the hardest part?
The hardest part was having you gone.
That's a good answer.
And then secondly, it was probably adjusting to caring for the boys every day, because I kept them every day through the week, from 9 to 3 or 4. And so that was kind of an adjustment.
And she homeschooled them.
And cooked for them and took care of them. But it was so much fun. So
They learned a lot of stuff.
yeah, they did. So
Chores.
that was just a cool bonus to the whole thing, was that I got to be closer to the boys and kind of develop our relationship.
And my family, you know, you really did get closer to my family.
Got closer to Erin's family while she was gone. So there have been a lot of good things that have come out of it. Just in our relationship, I feel like we've leveled up multiple levels. We kind of jumped from here to here. We were ready to get married, but this made us okay.
We're about to get married.
We weren't sure when.
Elope.
Right. We weren't sure when we were going to do it, but now we know it's going to be soon because we know that we're ready.
We were kind of put through the fire and separated, and there was just no question in either of our mind that it was just me and her.
Yeah,
So,
I knew she was going to come back. I knew that, I was going to be loyal to her the whole time. She was going to be loyal to me, and I held down the fort here, and she took care of us. And
yeah, I did take care of y'all.
You did.
I sent
grocery money every week.
I'm the sugar mama, but hey, you know what? The way I thought of it was we were both out of a job, and so somebody had to be able to step up to the plate, and I was a nurse, and it was a time of a pandemic, so there was a lot of reasons I made this decision, but a big one was to help me and Micah and the boys navigate through a hard time financially, so that we would be okay, and we came out okay. So
she took care of us.
I did. No, gladly, I would have done it again.
So since she's been back, though, we have been this the entire time. It's literally the first part of dating all over again.
Yeah, the first
but we know
days, we didn't post really anything. We just hung out and just like
we
laid
just
in bed and enjoyed each other and watching shows and cooking. And she had like candles and roses and all kinds of stuff when I came home, and it was really sweet. And so we just had like a couple days for us since we are quarantining right now. So we really can't go out of the house. We can't see the boys until next week. So just for the sake of quarantining and keeping the rest of my family safe. So that's been hard, but it's kind of been nice to have a period of time to kind of adjust from the culture shock of going from New York to here, and like from life being crazy to life being like really slow. But I like the slow a lot.
I'm enjoying it for now.
I love it. I love it.
So let's talk about the first time we saw each other at the airport. I guess I'll go first.
It was weird.
It was like so weird. Like I was so freaking excited. I had roses in my hand, had a card. I was like so freaking excited to see her. But it was so strange, like hugging her for the first time after 6 weeks. Like it was like, whoa. It was just so completely different. Like maybe you had new shampoo, so you smelled different.
She said I didn't
was like,
smell
what?
it myself, but I was in a different house for all that time, and we just hadn't like seen each other besides FaceTime. It was just like
it was cool
special moment, but it was like almost weird.
Yeah,
it was kind of
like
foreign. It was like,
whoa,
am I really hugging her again? And then right after that, like we adjusted, but I hadn't slept. So I had worked the night before and then got off work, packed the rest of my bags, went to the airport and flew and came home. So I hadn't slept. And so I slept for about the first 24 hours on and off.
Yeah.
So I like woke her up at 3 and then woke you up. Wait, we went to bed at like 8:30. Yeah.
Yeah, she came home and I cooked dinner, and then after that she was like asleep. Like, and that was at 8:30, and then we woke up at 3 a.m. Stayed up.
It's like, what areas do you think you grew in the 6 weeks we were apart?
Since I didn't get to talk to you like a lot, I think that my trust for you like really grew. Like I think I would trust you to do absolutely. I did before, but like just knowing that you were not going to do a single thing that I had to worry about was like a really good feeling. So our trust is.
And I've always told you that.
Yeah. I had major trust issues before. So
in past relationships.
So now I feel like our trust is like
it's good. Yeah. It definitely helped us like feel what it was like to be away from each other. So I feel like the biggest thing that I've noticed, like focused on the relationship that I grew from, is like I'm not taking for granted any time I get with you, because we were apart so like for so long, and it was really hard to navigate that. And now we're like back together, and I realized like how thankful I am for every moment, and that I found you, and that what we have, you know.
Oh yeah, same.
So.
And I'm also more aware of how much you really like helped around the house, because I had to do it by myself, and now I'm like, okay, I had to step it up.
Yeah.
I had to step it up big time, so I'm gonna keep doing all of that. So
well, you were already a helper. Just
I know,
team.
But I got better.
She's the declutterer and I'm the sanitizer. So like I like to have things clean. She likes to have things uncluttered. So we're a perfect team.
Perfect team.
So I'll Lysol it and you pick up all the junk that I'm picking up to Lysol under and then put it back down. It's been good, and we're glad to be back together, and we have more content coming. So if y'all didn't know, I did graduate nurse practitioner school. So that's one of the reasons our YouTube has been kind of taking the back burner, because we had to get me through school and it was a lot of work and commitment. But I'm done, and I'm a nurse practitioner, aka Sugar Mama.
Oh, stop.
And we're gonna have a lot more time for YouTube. So Micah is being nominated as the YouTube editor.
Yes, I'm gonna be the editor
So
for a while.
if you don't post, it's your fucking fault.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this in here so that I can
Yeah, you leave it.
prove it.
So lots of content coming, more news on New York and more stories coming. But for now, that's the oven beeping. Mike is making me dinner.
I gotta go get that.
Okay, so that about wraps it up. We wanted to just do a debrief, and we are back together and life is getting good again. We hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and Make sure to follow us on Instagram. We now have a TikTok. It's Erin M. Courtway. Micah does it with me, but she doesn't want her own TikTok because she doesn't like.
I don't like it as much as Erin does, so it's her.
She was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
It just turned into like all of her videos. I was like, just take it. And I'll appear in some of your videos.
Whatever. So anyways, we have a TikTok. Micah and me are going to be on it together. I wanted it to be Erin and Micah, but now it's just Erin M. Courtway. She's going to be at Courtway soon, so eyes open for that, and make sure to leave a comment, like this video, and we will be back soon. Mwah.